right, this is a brand new original finger picking tune I wrote the other night. Okay, so the first part we're gonna have. So we're just moving up and down on that G string. So we have a little pattern that goes the 1 on the G string to the 2 opens down here, and then to the 6. Same thing. And then on the 4 here, we're just gonna do the little string. That gives us 8 notes. That gives us our first measure. Okay, then the next measure is gonna go 7 with both notes, 6 with both notes, and 4 again with only 1 note. So we got. Okay, that's the first part then. That starts out the same as the first measure, and then we're gonna go. So we have 7 with 2 notes, and then 9 with 2 notes, and then 9 with just that 1 note on the bottom. And that's going to be all of part A, and that's going to go twice. So 3, 4. Okay, that's part A. So take it with the tab, take it as slow as you need to get that finger picking pattern going good. Now we're gonna do 12th fret up here in the G string. So we're gonna have 12 with the double opens twice, and then 12 with just a little open to give us our full measure there. Then we're gonna go to the 11th fret. So that one was. Then we go to the 11. Now we're gonna go up here to the 14. To the 13, and then it ends up being a little chromatic thing at this point. Start again with the 12, 11, 14, 13. Okay, and that's part B. That goes twice. So let's look at that nice and slow. 3 and 4 and 11, 14, 13, back to 12, 11, 14, 13. Okay, that was all of part B. Now part C, we're gonna come here, 7, 6, open, open. We're gonna go. So just up and down twice. Here we end up using 4 fingers. We're going to jump down to 5, 4, open, open. Now once we've done that, we're going to go bass, chord, chord. So it's. Now down to 4, 3, open, open. Straight up and down for the first half, and then up and down one more time. And bass, chord, chord. So that's part C. We're gonna do that twice. So here it goes again. 3 and 4 and. Bass, chord, chord. Bass, chord, chord. So we'll try it again. 3 and 4 and. Now this part D, this fourth part of the song, is going to start in an E chord. We're going to have, so it's up 3 notes of the chord there, 2, 1, O. Then we're going to get into this E sus where we put a 2 here on the G string. So we're going to have a chord of the 2 open open with these 3 fingers down here. So it's, and we alternate to that bass note, and then we pull the 2 out and go to the 1 O O. So we have, and then we come up here to the 4 3 open open. Just go up and down there. Okay, so just 4 of those. So let's try that. 3 and 4 and. Okay, that's the D part. Now the E part is a little tricky. This is a C sharp minor chord. So here I'm going to start with the big bass and the little one. I'm going to come down these strings and then pull after the open. So it ends up being open 5 and 6. Then we go to a B chord, which is 4 4 4 and 2. We do the same thing. So we hit the bass and the high note, come down, and then go to the open there. So it's open 4 4. Okay, now this one's the tricky part. So this is an A with a D sharp here. So we're gonna have, so I gotta make this real tall so we get those 2s, but I still can have the open down here. And I'm gonna have this 4 in here in the first one. So once again, it's like the high note with the bass note. Okay, so we do twice through that pattern we have. And that's the little open to the 4 and 2, and the first one had the bass. And then I'm gonna pull the pinky out of there. O, 2, 2, and that's the hard part, getting that finger real tall. We'll do that twice. And then we're back to the C sharp minor. B, A. And we just do that 4 times. That's definitely the hardest part. So let's try that. 3 and 4 and. These aren't too bad, but this is the tough one. Getting that finger so tall that you don't block the E. But the more you practice it, the more you get your fingers to do those tricky things. Okay, so it ends up doing that 4 times, and then we go back to the D part. We're gonna have an ending. So on that last one, I just strummed the chord there. Okay, so let's go through everything once again. We got part A, we got. Okay, and that just goes twice. And part B is on the 12th fret. And that goes twice. And then part C, we start here. and that goes twice. And then part D. And that goes 4 times. And then the part E has the C sharp minor. So 4 times on that, and then we have the part D again with the ending. Okay, so I'm calling that Alma as a working title because that's where we were when I wrote it. So I hope y'all like that. Good finger picking exercises. Tab with this, check it out. Talk to y'all soon.